lot happened at the VMAs, man. A lot happened, and there's been a lot of controversy, really this year, because I didn't really know about Sukihana and like Sexy Red, mainly Suki for this topic. I didn't really know about them until this year, but all these people on Twitter are like, they're a disgrace to black women. They're a disgrace to women. Some people are saying they're a disgrace to women everywhere. They're not even saying black women anymore. They're saying they're a disgrace to women everywhere, like twerking and doing fucking Spider-Man poses while shaking ass.
She definitely
I don't know what was going on.
Look, now people were upset because of the fact that, like you said, it's not a good look for women in some people's eyes. It's not a good look for black women, especially in certain people's eyes. I see Suki and I see Sexy Red as entertainers. No one really comments that much on people, on women who are of a different hue, doing the same exact things that Suki and Sexy Red are doing. No one really comments that much about male rappers who are pretty much saying the same exact things that Suki and Sexy Red are saying. But whenever you see a woman that's really sexually liberated, that's when the people come in and are going to say like, oh my God, like what a terrible look. Oh my God, like we can't have this. Oh my God, they're doing too much. That's when people start to say that it's a negative look.
Right.
To me, it's just like, what the fuck? She's just twerking. First of all, okay, we can start here because it's the fucking VMAs, right? We already know what happens at the VMAs. The biggest moment that's ever happened at the VMAs was Kanye West going up on stage and saying that Taylor Swift didn't deserve the award.
But I feel like with Kanye, I don't think anybody was like, I'm sure people were. I could breathe. I could be just sitting here. And somebody on the internet probably like, why is that nigger just sitting there with the ER? I'm sorry. We're going to cut that out. I should have thought, you can cut that out. Okay, let me correct it myself. I could just be sitting here and someone would be like, why is this black N-word sitting here, right? We can make it racial, even with Kanye. But I think most people with that VMA situation was like, Kanye West, that guy is an asshole. Him as an individual, as a person, as a unique soul, is a fucking asshole. But I just
the only reason why I brought up Kanye was because to say like people steal moments at the VMAs. That's what it's for. Didn't the same situation, wasn't that at the VMAs when Lil Mama came up with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys and was like posing with him? Wasn't that at the VMAs too?
I think so.
People go on. So at the VMAs, it's already just a thing. People go there in order to steal a moment. No one knows who the fuck Suki is really. Like she's popular or whatever in certain areas of the world or whatever, but she's not relevant like that. No one knows who she is. She's going there having fun, bro. And she had came out and said, she kind of responded to what people were saying and the backlash that she got for, posing this in the way that she was posing on the red carpet. And she said, like, the VMAs know exactly what they were doing when they brought me here. They knew who I am. They knew what I was going to do. That's the argument,
though, right? We talked about...
I can't pose?
We talked about Big Gorilla and Yudi Gang a few months ago. For those who don't remember Yudi Gang and Big Gorilla, I think his name is Big Gorilla. They're like these two guys. They make these kind of like people call minstrel show kind of videos where they like... Big Gorilla, he does like these dancing and gyrating while he's eating food and he's shining his teeth, kind of like he's doing a minstrel show. And Nudie Gang be bouncing up and down like he's like a monkey just salivating over a piece of chicken. And just be making all these noises. Well, I think it's similar to this because they just playing up stereotypes, like Black American stereotypes. And the thing about like Big Gorilla, I think he's like Nigerian. If you get what I'm trying to say. A lot of people jump into Black American stereotypes to get famous, is what I'm trying to say. And they don't even...
The weird thing about it, though, is that, like, what's the stereotype of a woman twerking? Is it because she's black?
Well, it's not even because she's black. Because my thing about Suki is, like, there's nothing wrong with twerking. Like, people twerk all the time. People twerk on the dance floor, people twerk in the club. But I'm just saying, anytime you see Sukihana, it's just some ghetto shit. Like, you can call it elitist. You can call me bougie. If you ghetto, you'll ghetto, fine. Like, but I just feel like with her, it has to be, it's extra as hell.
I just don't ever see people have the same level.
It's performative.
I don't see anyone have the same level of criticism for women like Bad Baby when she goes up with the OnlyFans.
She gets criticized all the time.
I don't see people have the same criticism of Iggy Azalea.
Yes, she does. Not in recent years when she was criticism
of other people like Cardi B, the people that are really, really famous.
Oh my God, bro.
Cardi B and Nicki Minaj.
They were getting on Cardi. Bro, They were getting on Cardi this year. I saw posts a few weeks ago about how these are Cardi's parents. Her parents don't look black in any conceivable imagination. It's kind of like that Sneeko guy. He cosplays as a black person, and his parents are like white, Asian, white, Arab looking people. You know what I'm saying? Like no Negro in any conceivable imagination, but she plays into that minstrel shit because she can kind of pass for black. You can kind of look at her and assume she's Negro. That's not her culture, and she plays up the worst parts of our culture. I have to argue what I'm trying to say. Am I wrong for saying that?
I just don't understand where the correlation is, really. I don't understand what the correlation between, because I think that you're trying to pile on, and other people too are trying to pile on too many things for the argument to really make sense of the reason why she deserves to be criticized. Because the way I'm seeing it is that this is a rapper, this is an entertainer, who also does OnlyFans, whose entire image has been set up, her entire brand is deliberately set up to be sexually liberated and to be overtly sexual, right? Don't act like we've never seen that before, okay?
Yeah.
So if you want to criticize a woman for doing that, right? Fine. But then to add on to it and say, oh, well, black women shouldn't do this, and then to add on to it and say, well, black women of other ethnicity shouldn't do this. It's too many different aspects, and I don't see the correlation between them all. Because the way I'm seeing it is just like, oh, it's just a woman that's going on to the red carpet and twerking.
And remember, but this is my thing though. Like plenty of people twerk, man, but that's her whole brand. It's just like boundary pushing, just like ghetto type behavior.
And so what?
Like it's not like if you ghetto, you ghetto. But there's a difference between being who you are and just like doing the fuck. It's like speed. It's like I Show Speed, but it's like she's like doing the same shit I Show Speed does, but it's a little different. Where it's just like performative fuckery. Like if that's how you are, that's how you are. She's a
performer.
Okay, but it's not like she's doing music. She just be out in public doing almost like
she does
TikTok
make music.
pranks.
We were just talking off.
No,
mic about
I know
how
she's making music.
label.
I know she's making music, but half the time I see her, she out in public just acting like a fucking goofy.
Yeah,
that's
when
all
she's
I'm
not
saying.
making music, she's out in public. She's trying to play into her brand. I don't see it. It's no different than a hip hop artist who's a man, who's wearing like chains and expensive clothes.
And I didn't even get to that because I'm not just. I hope people don't understand. I'm not just criticizing female rappers. The men have been doing this shit for the longest. I just feel like now it's just women are getting into it too. Don't let me forget about these dudes, the young thug kind of dudes, and the little Dirks, and just
how does it compare?
It's just performative fuckery. It's just performative fuckery that just. I just think makes the black community looks bad, and I feel like it's being platformed by people who just don't have our best interests in mind. Because when you globally, I go around the world, they see me, they're thinking Lil Durk. That's all I'm trying to say.
I don't see it. I don't think that you're gonna see a performer and think automatically, oh yeah, all black people are like that. I don't think that, because the only reason why I don't think that is because when, like, you'd like to talk about MGK or Post Malone or Jack Harlow, when they go and they're wearing expensive clothes and talking the same niggatry in their music.
Dude, white men you get to be an individual as a white person. You guys can get mad in the comments all you want. You can, if I was white, I could go in the street and do absolutely whatever I wanted to do. It would be attributed to me, my government name. Black people, oh, that's just another one of those blacks. Oh, I'm gonna be weary next time I see another one walk around here. It's very different. They don't even care about what his name is. He's a black. Not a black person, a black.
I see what you're saying, but I just don't think that people are going to look at a Sukihana or a Sexy Red who really don't mean shit to culture. Like maybe I'm underestimating their importance and their influence, but people probably don't even know who the fuck we're talking about right now. Honestly, unless you know who Suki is or you know who Sexy Red is, nobody knows who the fuck these women are. So if they show up on the VMAs on the red carpet and they're twerking and the music that they make is about being sexually liberated and sucking dick, does that really have an impact on black culture as a whole? I really don't think so. Now, if Barack Obama or Michelle Obama were to be out here, if Barack was out here making rap songs about spinning on ops, and I'm gonna use the thumb, and Michelle Obama is out here twerking and stuff like that, maybe that would be a different thing.
They don't speak for me either. Obama and Michelle don't represent me either. But
I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense to me, really. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think it's. Go ahead.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That's all I really got to say. I just think it's performative. I'm getting at everybody. I'm getting at the male rapper. I'm getting at the female rappers. I'm getting at the Twitch streamers. Performative fuckery and cooning is cooning. And Mr. Sean, it's the same shit to me. I don't care what you fall back on to perform. If you just out acting like a dumbass in public and playing up black stereotypes, I really don't even know what to say to you.
I don't even see the stereotypes.